Welcome back, everyone, on this, it's a gorgeous Thursday, even though we've got some clouds out there down here in Market Square. All right, the Public Theater of San Antonio has, of course, had some pivotal times, as so many live venues have, but it continues to prevail, bringing theater to the community.
Right now, it is selling tickets for their latest production, Thurgood, of course, about the life of Thurgood Marshall, the first African-American Supreme Court Justice.
Hi, my name is Mark Prouvé. I'm playing Thurgood Marshall in the play Thurgood by George Stephenson Jr. It is playing and being produced by the Public Theater of San Antonio.
I've given 50 years to the law. I've seen a lot, and I've gotten too old to keep secrets.
The great thing about Thurgood Marshall is that, he's a titan of history. But the challenge is that you can't create a character from whole cloth. You can't start from the ground up. And some people know a little bit about him, and you want to honor his legacy. But one of the things that you want to avoid also is you want to avoid mimicry. So I could just mimic, and that would not really be acting, or I would be performing, but it wouldn't really be acting the way that I'd like to do it. So I try and research as much as I can about him. Occasionally I might watch some clips of just how he carries himself or his speech mannerisms, but the legacy of Thurgood Marshall is on par, obviously in a different lane, but with somebody like Frederick Douglass or Martin Luther King. So it's a huge honor, but it's also a huge responsibility.
When I was a young boy growing up in Baltimore, we had to use separate drinking fountains, separate park benches, and separate public toilets. If you want to understand my story, don't forget that name, Homer Adolph Plessy.
There's two favorite scenes. One, there's a good 2/3 of the play is just spent talking about the different courtroom cases that he had. Either cases in front of the Supreme Court or cases in front of lower courts and throughout the South. But my favorite one is the second round of Brown versus the Board of Education in front of the Supreme Court, and Thurgood's closing argument for that. It's really, really powerful. And then the other favorite scene, it's, I don't want to give too much away, but there's a character from Texas that I get to fully inhabit. And, I grew up in Houston, outside of Houston, so there's some accents that I remember as a kid that, I really dig into. And it's just funny when you see it.
I had the habit of saying whatever was on my mind, and I'd end up in arguments.
But what I want people to take away from the show, I want them to understand that America is not perfect. We should always strive to make it perfect. We should always strive to make a more perfect union. And that's the work of democracy. But I also want to mention that we are partnered with Dream Week and Dream Voice. It's an organization in San Antonio that focuses on African-American voices during the month of January. So they've actually helped us with marketing the show and making it part of their events. And I think they also have some discounts as well. But there are a couple places you can get tickets or information about the show, the Public SA website. And then the actual ticket site is showtixforyou.com. I do want to remind you that even though this is a streaming event, it'll be online. I do perform this live every night. So every night will be, a live, slightly different production, but they'll all be enjoyable, hopefully. We run Thursday through Saturday, 7:30 p.m., and Sundays at 2 p.m. And after this week, we only run through the 24th. So hopefully you get to see it.
And once again, you can watch that from the comfort of your own home. And if you didn't catch all the information that he was talking about there, just go to our website and there is a link. But boy, that's a daunting task as an actor, I'm sure, to do a one-man show like that for, I think it's last night.
Yeah, it's just you the whole time.
But being a stage actor and not having an audience there,
Right.
that makes a difference too.
Right.
Check it out, though. Again, there's a link on our website.
All right, next on SA